St. Lucia's education sector is taking decisive steps to combat climate change impacts through a new adaptation strategy as stakeholders gathered Friday at Bay Gardens Hotel to prioritize measures for protecting the nation's schools and students. The initiative falls under the National Adaptation Plan Green Climate Fund Readiness Project, aimed at building resilience in the education system.
Under the NAP-GCF Readiness Project, we're supporting the Department of Sustainable Development to coordinate the completion of the development of sectoral adaptation strategies and action plans throughout our nation. So under the National Adaptation Plan in St. Lucia, we have 8 priority sectors. Of those, we are missing SASAPs for education, tourism, and the infrastructure sector, right? So we have begun the development process for the education sector, and we're happy to meet this milestone. So today we are gathered with a multi-level list of stakeholders within the education sector, from government to private sector, civil society, and more youth represented, to prioritize adaptation measures that would help the sector build its resilience to impacts of climate change.
Officials say climate change poses direct threats to educational continuity, from extreme weather events to water supply disruptions.
Climate change is no longer a distant threat. It is a reality that affects every aspect of our lives, notably, in particular, vulnerable regions like ours. The recent extreme weather events have reminded us of our duty to safeguard our communities and ensure that our educational institutions are resilient and adaptive in the face of these challenges. You represent the leaders, drivers, overseers, and champions of the education sector and hold a unique position in shaping the approach St. Lucia will take to build climate change resilience.
The strategy will include measures for infrastructure improvements and curriculum updates.
The National Adaptation Plan, this is the umbrella document. This is the umbrella document, and this umbrella document has a number of sectors. So stakeholders decided that there were a number of key sectors that were really critical for St. Lucia, and there were 8 of them that the stakeholders identified. Well, in fact, they actually had food security, and they ended up breaking them into 2 here. So water, agriculture, fisheries, infrastructure and spatial planning, resilient ecosystems, that's inclusive of marine and terrestrial, education, health, and tourism. But there are a number of actions that need to be taken cross-sectorally for all sectors to enable that efficiency. So, of course, you must coordinate the NAP process, you must have proper information management, research and systematic observations, build your capacity, have education and awareness, get funding to do what you need to do, have the proper policy and legislative and regulatory framework, and monitor your action to be able to determine what steps you need to take, what corrective actions you need to take, what have you done, what have you not done, what still needs to be done. So this is in effect the schematic for the NAP, under which you have sectoral adaptation strategies and action plans, SASAPs.
The consultation process will continue through this week, with implementation expected to span the next decade. Joachim Duplessis, HTS News Force.